Assalamu alaikum. You hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, we good. So alright, you know what I'm saying? So what's good, cuz? What you been up to, yo?
Nothing, man. I'm chilling, man. Taking one day at a time. You know, just trying to stay focused. You feel me? Going through my situation. You feel me? A lot of people, when they be in this situation, you know, they let me get the best of them. You know, like I can't get none of this time back. Well, I can't get none of this time back all the time. It's just like time that is taken out of my life. Don't you know that I can't get nothing back out of it. So while I'm in my situation, I'm trying to make the best out of it. As of right now, I've been just focused, you know, just trying to read, and basically, you know, learn more about the real estate and just business, period. I'm actually in the process of starting my own van service. It's basically a van service for people that's incarcerated or whatever, and who is not able to go visit their family members or whatever. For that reason, I actually wrote a book or whatever, which I didn't publish yet.
Yeah.
I'm basically in the process of going through that after I get the van service thing out the way, because it be so much going on that, you know, a brother can't do everything at one time, especially in my situation. You know, I be needing a lot of help out there.
Alright.
What else I got? But for the most part, that's it. Like, you know, just trying to stay focused and fight my case, man.
Word, you know what I mean? You doing the time, don't let the time do you, you feel me?
Yeah, that's the most important thing. Like, while you in here, there's a lot of like, they give you a lot of access to a lot of things that you can you know, use for when you get back home.
Yeah.
And it's up to you to grab it and to take it and use it for something. Because if not, then, you know, you can just be a person in here. You got a lot of guys that just sit back. They don't do nothing with their time. They sit here, get high, feel me, get drunk, you feel me, and just run around. But in my case, you feel me, that's not what I'm going for. Because at the end of the day, I know once I get back into society, that, you know, it's a different type of world, and I ain't trying to go back into the same lifestyle that I was living. So every day that I'm in here, I have to make it count.
Word.
And make it worth it. So once I do get back to society, you feel me, I can, you know, basically get back to my parents and basically, you know, be there for my family more than I was.
Word. And so I'm saying, what that book gonna be about, though? Because I know everybody, once motherfuckers hear about that shit, man, motherfuckers gonna go crazy. Talking about Ditty writing a book, nigga.
Hey, the crazy part about it, it's not even no book like, you know, autobiography or,
Yeah.
you know, my story and nothing. It's just basically just a regular hood novel, like something that I just was just, you know, doing on my spare time, on my leisure time, just basically writing or whatever. So it's nothing really special, nothing, but, you know, it's basically, you know, what black urban people go through, you know, the urban communities in the hood or whatever. So it's like basically what I saw growing up from my eyes, from my perspective, you feel me?
Yeah.
And one thing I learned that, you know, you have different people in this world, you feel me? And everybody don't really understand what, you know, what urban or, you know, young black men go through in our community. So more so in my book, it's called, the book I wrote, the name of it is called Realization.
Okay.
Like basically, like, just realizing, you feel me, what's around you and what's going on.
Word.
And that was like basically my message, you feel me, of my own characters. You feel me, like they was blind.
Yeah.
They wasn't realizing what was going on around them, and they was just, you know, going head first in the streets.
Yeah, that's that right there. Cause just by the title itself, man, because we all know, just cause you got eyes, that don't mean you can see. You know what I'm saying?
Guaranteed.
So that's heavy right there in itself. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I'm quite sure your eyes got open to a lot of things that you couldn't see beforehand as well. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, you was living a fast-paced lifestyle, man. So a lot of things you know what I mean, you looked at, but you ain't really see it though. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes it takes for you to be inside different perspectives. You know what I mean, to be able to see things. And you know, and that go back to our conversation that we had the other night too, man. Like how we was talking about like how some of the OGs have talked and sit there and say, don't put your hand in that fire, that shit gonna burn you. But a lot of the young boys, we still put our hand inside that same flame.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It basically comes from, like, it basically stems from, like, how can I explain it? It stems from, I can't really say. It stems from ignorance,
Yeah.
you feel me, or more so of just lack of guidance, you feel me? Because, and I can't really say that, you feel me? It's just my opinion, you feel me? Because, you know, you can have guidance and you can have, you can be smart, but, you know, a person might automatically assume that, you know, they slicker than you. Or I can do it better than you.
Word.
You understand what I'm saying? But you can have guidance and be like, all right, man, my OG told me, like, you know, that I could go to jail for this, but, you know, I ain't him. You understand what I'm saying? The things that he did, I'm not going to do, you know, for me to lead up in his position. But at the end of the day, everything ends with one result. You understand what I'm saying?
Word.
So it's like either you still gonna have the same faith that man got. You understand what I'm saying? And not to mention that though, you know, you have some guys who did make it out the streets. You understand what I'm saying? Who did live that life, like who made it out the streets. You know, and you know I commend them. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, like they realize when, and I'm gonna say I commend them because they realized that if they knew that they knew what it was going to happen. You understand what I'm saying? So they basically like, all right, let me get out now. Yeah. You feel me? I'm way in too deep, so let me go ahead and get out now because I know my faith. And you know, and that's the type of guys that, you know, I try to surround myself around today. You feel me? Even though I got a bunch of guys that's in here that got life sentences, but they feel like, you know, they changed a lot. You feel me? And I just be trying to take knowledge. So even when I do get back home, you feel me? I can be, you know, more focused and more ready for society.
Word. And so, how much, like for those who don't know, like how much time did you get sentenced to?
I was actually sentenced to 30 years.
Yeah.
I was sentenced to 30 years, yeah. And my charge is basically conspiracy to commit racketeering or whatever. And racketeering is basically an organized crime or whatever. The government made it, you know, basically for the mob people back in the day because they couldn't really control them, and they was just trying to, you know, knock them off the streets. But now they basically targeting urban communities and gang members throughout the whole world or whatever. And what they doing is they stacking charges on you or whatever, old charges, new charges, it doesn't matter. And they stacking these charges on you, and they basically saying that y'all trying to further y'all enterprise or y'all trying to make y'all gang, you know, superior over other gang members and gang sets.
Word. And them not even knowing how unorganized gangs actually are. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And that's how they get us, man. Like,
and that goes back to what I was saying, like people be blinded. They don't know what we go through in our communities, like the judges, the prosecutors, the politics, you feel me? They assume that they know, you feel me, because they're on the outside looking in and they just trying to, you know, do what they need to do, I guess, to make the place safe. But, like, they really don't know, like, our survival tactics or what we got to do to survive. And don't get me wrong, you know, like, there's a million ways that I done learned that you can also provide for your family, you know? Like, just growing up, you know, we automatically assume, like, all right, we know this is wrong, but this is all we know how to do. Or this is all we want to do. You understand what I'm saying? So, my thing is to the youth, like, there's a million other ways out there to be, you know, to be successful in life. You feel me? You ain't got to just, you know, be out there selling drugs or, you know, slinging a gun and all that to take care of your family. At the end of the day, that doesn't make you a man. You understand what I'm saying? What makes you a man is just being there for your family and provide. Like today, I'd rather be a broke person on the street than a person, you know, with $1 million in jail. Or not even $1 million broke in jail. You understand what I'm saying? So
that's facts. And you know, like, because when you out of the game, you know what I mean? Like when you in there, you like it don't just hurt you, you know what I mean? Like it affect your family. It affect, you know what I mean, the people that's close to you. You know what I'm saying?
It definitely do. It definitely do. And a person like I was talking to an older guy that's in here with me or whatever, you know, he was a millionaire out there.
Yeah.
And we just was talking and, you know, he provided for his family, you know, at a an all-time high. You know, they never had any financial problems or whatever. But, you know, like I tell him, I just was telling him the other day, I said, you know, your ways are selfish. And he probably couldn't really understand what I was saying. I was like, your ways are selfish, you feel me? Because just because you thought that you could take care of your family, you continue to know to live a fast life and do what you wanted to do. And what I mean by selfish is you didn't think of the outcome. Well, you knew the outcome, what could happen, and the consequences, but you didn't think of you having a life sentence and being around your kids, you feel me, and not getting to see them grow. You understand what I'm saying? So now that I'm in my situation and when I'm sitting back and I'm reflecting, I'm like, oh, I can't be selfish going back into community. I can't be selfish going back out there. Even though I felt like I wasn't selfish because I provided, I was selfish because it was all about me. You understand what I'm saying? I can't just live for myself. I had to live for my family.
Word. And that's true growth right there, because a lot of people can't admit that. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of motherfuckers sit there and say, like, they don't take no accountability. Like they point at whoever told on the situation, or they point at the judge, or they point at their lawyer, or they point at everybody but themselves. You know what I'm saying? So what you're talking right now, that only come with that. You know what I mean? That's being a real man. That's being a G right there. Like, that's gangster. You know what I'm saying? Like, to be able to realize your mistakes and take accountability for that shit, man. And that's the first step that you have to do. You have to basically reflect and, you know, and take accountability for your actions that you transpired out there and that happened. If you never like feel as though that you always blame somebody, like, man, I got away, but this person told. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah.
But I got away, but you know, if he wouldn't have told, I wouldn't be here. You understand what I'm saying? That's just playing victim. You understand what I'm saying? There's no room to play victim. There's only room for growth. Hell
yeah, man. And you know, like one of my major things I wanted to ask you too, you know what I mean, like, is how, like, cause I know that's the day that you ain't gonna never forget, you know what I mean, like the day that you got sentenced, you know what I mean, to all that time. And what's one of the, you know, like, how did you feel, you know what I mean, with a judge sitting here saying, yo, go do this 30 piece, like, that's wild, you feel me?
Nah, to be honest with you, like, I wasn't even in there. Like, my body was there, but my mind was somewhere else. You understand what I'm saying? Because I got my family, you know, and, you know, my friends, and, you know, everybody behind me, or whatever. And, like, my mom was in there. Like, what really hit me was, like, you don't understand. These people are so crazy, bro. Like, they made my mother exit the courtroom. Just because she was crying. Like, the judge basically said, yo, we cannot proceed unless she stop crying. Unless she stop crying so much because she is too loud. You understand what I'm saying? And it hurt me the most because I'm looking at it like this is a black woman. You understand what I'm saying? She don't know me from a can of paint. You understand what I'm saying? And she about to sentence me, but she don't see the hurt in this mother's eyes. You understand what I'm saying? That her son is about to be taken away. She don't feel that, you feel me? Because at the day she's going to go back home to her family and sit at the table like nothing ever happened. So to answer your question, like, I really wasn't there. Like, my mom was somewhere else, and like, and it didn't really hit me until like I got back and I sat down and I'm like, damn, like, wow, like this is what I gotta do. You should be for the next couple of decades. But at that point, that's when I really got to the point like, oh, like, I can't get none of these days back. You figure I have to make every day count, because if I continue to sit here and just do this time and let it go by, then I'm just gonna be a regular statistic of, you know, what they expect of us. Word.
And that's my and you know, cause like I wasn't you know, I wasn't able to make it to your joint, but I made it to 10-9 joint, man. And you know, just being inside that room and them reading off all this shit, and you have to sit there when you take the plea, you gotta admit guilt to shit. And so even if it's shit that you ain't specifically do, but they got it on your shit, like, you gotta still sit there and cop out to some crazy shit, yo. And for me, like, I'm not getting sentenced firsthand, but when y'all got sentenced, I got sentenced too, and I felt, you know what I mean, like I felt the portion of that shit too, like I felt that weight on my shoulders as well. because at the end of the day we're a family. So now if y'all not being here, that's more slack that, you know, the rest of us got to pick up as well.
I can pick up, guarantee it, and be there for the family member.
Hell
and
yeah.
that goes back to what I was just saying about the selfishness. You understand what I'm saying? Like me being in my situation, you know, I was out there living this life, but I didn't think about, you know, you, cousin Jerry, cousin Woo, you know, I didn't think, you know, that me being in my situation, that these people would come grab me, and I would have to put more on y'all hands, you know, to make sure the family good. You understand what I'm saying? So it got a lot to do with that. Like, you just can't be selfish in this world, man.
Yeah, and that's, and you know, and that's something that and you know, because things could have always, it could have always went a different way. You know what I'm saying? Like it could have, like, you know, we all in a bad situation, but it could have been a lot worse. You know what I mean? Like even with, you know, like you know, rest in peace to cousin Kanye and shit. Like, you know, like that took a that made the family take a hit as well. You know what I'm saying? And you know, like a lot of that shit, you know what I mean? Like, and judges and prosecutors, they don't understand things like that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like hopefully, yeah, good. Yeah.
I was saying majority of the time that they don't understand that type of stuff because it's more so, you know, they feel like, oh, y'all taking, you know, justice into y'all hands.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, so when it comes to that type of stuff, they don't understand. They just feel as though, oh, y'all should have told us this, y'all should have told us that, y'all should have told us this.
Exactly.
They don't understand that by doing this, it also makes you as a target. You understand?
Exactly.
So you're a double target. You're a target because you ain't stand up for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, you didn't try to, you know, defend yourself in each cold word. But then you also a target because you did something that, you know, that you signed up that you wouldn't do. You understand? So you cooperated. And that's something that we didn't sign up for. So I can, you know, take the good with the bad, man.
Yeah.
Like the way I take my situation is like, you know, I don't wish this on no man at all. Like I really don't.
Word.
But you know, like I can honestly say I needed this. You feel me? I can't speak for nobody else. I needed this because I needed this growth. You feel me? And I be feeling like without this, you feel me? I would have still been blinded. I would have still been naive, and I would have, you know, still been living a reckless life.
Word. And that's you know what I mean, that shit is you know what I mean, like, and I commend the fact that you, like I said, that you able to man up and even look that shit in the eyes and be like, yo, you know what, I needed this shit. You feel me? Like this shit helping me become a better me. And I think that, you know, that lead me to like my main question that I want to ask you as well. It's just like if you was to, you know, if you was granted, you know what I mean, like if you was granted your freedom back today, you know what I'm saying, like what you think you know what I mean, like what do you see yourself doing on your return to society?
Wow, man. Wow. That's a tough question. You know, that's a tough question. And the only why I say it's tough because you know, when you already set on your mind that you have X amount of time to do, you feel me, you already got it figured out, like, I'm going to be here for this amount of time, so, you know, these are the things that I got to do, you know, to prepare myself for when I'm ready for my release. And I feel like, you know, I have been working on my release. I feel like I'm a changed man, but I don't feel like I'm 100% there. You understand what I'm saying? I still have a lot of growth and a lot of things to learn, but if they was to release me and give me a chance from the things that I have learned, you know, like my main focus is just the youth. You know, like I don't have no kids, you feel me? I have a bunch of cousins, you know, cousins, I have a bunch of nieces and nephews or whatever, but I feel like the youth need guidance. They need somebody, you know, like you had plenty of people before me who went through the same situation, who was out there, you know, to give their story or to tell their story or, you know, just tell them like, yo, I did this, don't do that. You feel me? It's more than just telling your story or more just, you know, yo, don't do this, man, because this will happen. You have to be active in life. You understand what I'm saying? You have to pull up. You have to show them that somebody cares. You have to be there for these little girls. You have to be there for these kids, for these boys, or whatever. So my main focus would be is basically to try to give back to the youth. Try to attend these basketball games. Try to, you know, help, you know, change this society. And I have a good, how can I say it? Like a lot of people, you know, listen to me or, you know, take heed to to what I said. So I feel like with me being out there, I could do a lot different. But
Yeah.
it's just, you know, it's just up for, you know, me to have help and have other people to back me. And, you know, I feel like it would happen. Like, I really wanted to do like a non-profit organization where, you know, we could give back to the community.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, if we giving back to the community, but the community or, you know, the city is not helping us or willing to help us, you feel me, and give us certain things that we need, then it's like they forcing, it's like they're allowing these things to go on even though we trying.
Word. And I think, man, with that being said, man, I already know, you know what I'm saying, like, I know what you're capable of, and I know it, you know what I mean, I know where your heart at, and anything I ever seen you, you know what I mean, set your mind to, I always seen you accomplish them goals, man. And anything that you know what I mean, anything that you even, it don't even matter if that's what you know what I mean, like once you put it out there to the universe or once you even speak it, you already know you're going to get a certain type of level of support and, you know what I mean, helping hands going to come out the woodworks, man. So, you know, the first step is just to speak that shit to existence, man, and, you know, start putting this stuff together. Because as long as you're alive, man, like anything is reachable. You know what I mean? We're in 2020 right now, man.
Guaranteed. And one thing about that time fly, you really wait for no one at all. Like it goes there every day passes, every second, every minute goes by. It waits for no one. So while the time flying, you just have to, you know, be productive and keep doing things, you feel me, to make the next couple of years, you feel me, better. Because tomorrow not promised for no one. So
Word.
even if I don't, you know, change anything, you feel me?
Mm-hmm.
I just know that I tried.
Word.
I tried, I put effort into it or whatever. I hope that the people that's left here after me,
mm-hmm.
and they pick up my slack and continue, you know, the movement.
And you know, and that right there, that's a victory in itself right there. You know what I'm saying? Just putting in the effort, just putting in that work. That's a victory right there in itself, coming from where we come from and having what we had. You know what I'm saying? Like just for your mind frame to even be there. You know what I'm saying? That's a victory. So, you know, before this phone hang up, man, you got anything that you wanna, you know, give out to the people or to the youth or any type of message, you know what I mean, that you wanna, you know what I mean, you wanna put out there?
I'm gonna keep it brief.
Yeah.
More so, just try. The most important thing is try to. How can I put this? Try not to be, you know, what you see everybody else is. Understand what I'm saying? Don't think that, you know, the things that you see out there, the glamorous things, is, you know, the best life. You understand? Like, it's a lot of other people who out there who is not glammed up or who is not, you know, rich, but they happy or whatever. So you don't have to be a millionaire to be happy. You don't have to be a killer to be happy. That doesn't make you a man. You know, being a man is just, you know, providing for your family, being there for your kids, you know, being there to support your kids, and, you know, and being a good father or mother for the female or whatever. And most and foremost, like, just you know, ain't no winning in the streets. Like, that shit don't love you back, man. Like, I got first-hand experience. Like, it don't love you back. The dudes that you consider, you know, your brothers, the females that, you know, they consider their sisters, like, if push come to shove, you feel me, they gonna choose their life over you. They gonna feel like they family more important than you. You understand what I'm saying? More important than your family or whatever. So, put your family first at all times, and just try to find another way to provide. Like they say, you know, education, you know, is not for everybody. Mm-hmm. You know, so if, you know, you go to school, you graduate high school, and you feel as though college is not for you, then cool. But you need some type of education, because if you want to be your own boss, you need to educate yourself on your craft or what you like the most. You see me?
That's real, man. So, you know, for everybody who get to see this shit, man, yeah, I know it's coming out the horse's mouth, man. Coming from the president himself, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this motherfucking Ditty Bop, man. So, hope y'all.
I appreciate the interview, though, man. I appreciate the talk, man. And, hopefully that this, reaches a couple of people, good people here, and they reach out and we can go from here and just try to, make a change in this world. You feel me? Not even in the whole world, because this world is too big. But even if we start state by state, city by city, county by county, child by child, we accomplish something.
Hell yeah, man. So it's it, man. It's the new future right here, man. Diddy for president.
I'll call you sometimes, probably next week or whatever, to see progress on the video. On the home.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep it. Yeah, and whenever you hit me, I'm here, man. So I'm gonna keep you in the loop with everything. All right.
I want.
All right, love you, cuz.